Welcome to Story of Terror.
One day it was very hot outside and I wanted to sit down. The closest thing besides the ground was a crib that sat alone on the fork of one of the paths of the cemetery. I respectfully said, "Please may I sit here and rest a while." As I climbed upon the crib, almost immediately I felt two knocks underneath me. I told myself it was my imagination. I heard two more knocks. I said out loud, "I mean you no disrespect. Knock two more times if you want me to leave." It hesitated. And two distant hard knocks hit me right on the bottom, where I said, "Okay, I'm going." Story 2. Another time I went near dark. I walked through the children's section of the cemetery. I've seen the toys people have placed on the children's graves. Some of the graves look 50 plus years old. This night I didn't walk past them. I stopped and thanked them all for coming here and trying to fulfill their destiny. And I told them I'm sorry it was cut short. As soon as I said rest in peace, one of those creepy old toys began to flash little lights and play music. So I noped all the way out of there to the car. I actually stayed and tried to talk, but nothing else happened that night. Story 3. Last story of the video. I went to a different graveyard this time. It was an old graveyard with graves as far back as the 1500s. This graveyard had huge hills with mausoleums tucked into the hills. I like to sit on top of one of the hills and look over the place. This day I sat up there and watched a fox spin in circles way down at the bottom of the hill. He acted confused like he had rabies. I wasn't going to move until he left, so I waited. A woman came from out of nowhere. I don't know where she came from. She walked towards the grave where the fox was spinning around. I got worried. I stood up to scream down to her and to tell her that there is a rabid fox and to run away. But when I stood up, she wasn't there anymore. I waited for the fox to show itself again, but it was gone too. I very cautiously climbed down, went down the hill where I saw all this happen. No woman, no fox, nothing but quiet graves and beautiful flowers.